It has been said, if we do not learn from history, we are doomed to repeat it. Well, here's your weekly slice of doom. Turton back time. January 15th, 1667. French physician Jean-Baptiste Denis, in what is believed to be the first blood transfusion on a human, infuses 12 ounces of lamb's blood into a 15-year-old boy. The boy had suffered from uncontrollable fevers for 2 months and had been bled 20 times with leeches to no effect. After Denis' intervention, the boy was cured of his illness. Happy birthday to Michel Lotito, born June 15th, 1950. I think that should be 18th. I'm not sure. All right, 1950, yeah. French omnivore, Monsieur Mange-Tout, which means Mr. Eat-All. He has eaten, among other things, a Cessna light aircraft, which he ate over a period of 1978 to 1980, 10 bicycles, 7 TVs, 6 chandeliers, a shopping cart, and a coffin. Although he claims bananas and hard-boiled eggs would make him sick, he was awarded a plaque by Guinness Book of Records for having the strangest diet, which he then ate, the plaque.
Ew.
Yeah. January 16th, 1884, the first commercially successful gravity-powered American roller coaster goes into operation. The Switchback Railway at Coney Island in New York charged 5 cents a passenger and averaged $600 a day at 5 cents a passenger. Riders would climb a tower to board a large bench-like car and were pushed off to coast 600 feet, traveling at an amazing 6 miles per hour. Down the track to the other tower. At the top of the tower, the vehicle was switched to a return track, or switched back. That's how it got its name. Happy birthday to Stan Laurel, Arthur Stanley Jefferson, born June 16, 1890. English comedian, actor. He made over 100 films with his partner Oliver Hardy, the one on the right, whom he worked with from 1926 until Hardy's death in 1957. Moments before his death, Laurel told his nurse that he would like to go skiing. The nurse replied she was not aware that he was a skier. I'm not, said Laurel. I'd rather be doing that than this. Yeah. June 17, 1950, although denounced for it at the time by both the medical and religious communities, American physician Dr. Richard H. Lawler implants kidneys from a diseased woman into a patient whose diseased left kidney had been removed due to polycystic kidney disease. This was the first time a vital human organ had ever been transplanted from one to another. The transplanted kidney only functioned for a few months, after which surgeons reopened her surgical incision to discover her body's immune system had rejected the transplanted kidney. The 44-year-old female patient lived 5 more years before dying of heart disease. Both medical and religious communities denounced the surgery, with the religious community opposed to the idea that you could take tissue from a dead person and put it in someone who was alive and it would come back to life. Lawler was eventually recognized for pioneering organ transplant surgery.
Kind of a little Frankenstein action there.
Yeah. Happy birthday to George Carmack, born June 17, 1807, American inventor of Wheaties cereal in 1921, originally called Washburn's Gold Medal Whole Wheat Flakes. The name Wheaties was chosen by a company-wide naming contest. They were invented after a clinician working for the Washburn Crosby Company, later they were called General Mills, accidentally spilled wheat gruel onto a hot stove, transforming it into wheat flakes. And yes, future U.S. President Ronald Reagan was doing play-by-play recreations of Chicago Cubs baseball games, and in 1937 was selected as the most popular Wheaties announcer in the nation. He was awarded a trip to California, where he took a screen test and began his movie career.
All because he had his Wheaties.
That was it. See what can happen, kids? June 18, 1873, Susan B. Anthony is convicted of voting illegally in the 1872 presidential election and fined $100 plus court costs. Women were not allowed to vote in the United States at the time. Anthony had voted as an act of civil disobedience to challenge this law. After her fine was imposed, she declared, "I shall never pay $1 of your unjust penalty." And she never did.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Come on, Susan.
Happy birthday to James Montgomery Flagg, born June 18, 1877, American artist, creator of the I Want You, the Uncle Sam poster, the recruiting poster in 1917. He used his own face as the model for the poster. So that's the guy's face you see with Uncle Sam.
Okay.
June 19, 1846, the first officially recorded baseball game using modern rules is played in Hoboken, New Jersey. The game was played using the Knickerbocker rules, which were the basis for modern baseball. The New York Nine defeated the Knickerbockers 23-1 in 4 innings. Besmirched their name forever.
Yep.
Happy birthday to Mo Howard. That's the guy in the middle. Moses Harry Horowitz, born June 19, 1897, leader of the original Three Stooges, leader of the Three Stooges period.
Yeah, the main stooge.
He's the one who would poke him in the eye and slam him. Okay, finally this.
Okay.
Right. If a one-humped camel is called a dromedary and a two-humped camel is a Bactrian, what is a camel with no humps called?
Drama, back. I don't know.
Humphrey. Thank you very much.
There you go. He's here all week, folks. That's good, Humphrey.
Humphrey.
You know what's funny about the Uncle Sam poster? I always thought, not always because I found out, but I always thought it was somebody of political importance. And when my parents told me it's made up, I didn't understand it. I'm like,
Sure.
So why is he on the poster saying, "I want you," if he's not real? But the fact that the face is based off of somebody kind of makes him real. Mm-hmm. So I was onto something from a very young age, wasn't I? I'll just keep telling myself.
And we got Uncle Sam from what? U.S.
That's right, you guys, and lots more fun on Unscripted right after this. You know that one? We're learning so much.